Hey guys, it's another MC Slot diecast review here, and we've got another 143 scale Minichamps Formula 1 car, and this time it is the Sauber Ferrari C30 from the year 2011, driven by Kobayashi. So the product details for this, we'll go straight to the product code, is 410110016. So that's the product code, and the details for this car are 62 parts with 85 decorations. That's 13 mask sprays, 9 tampo prints, 41 decals, and 22 free sprays. So that's just a little bit about the car and what kind of went into making it. And it is a very nice and very interesting colour scheme and car. I really like this one. I remember particularly liking it when it was launched. It's a little bit different from the year before. It's got a little bit nicer sort of front end, front nose, a bit more detail in there as well. So I very much so quite like the car, and I think it was the first year Sergio Perez raced for them as well. So Perez brought in sponsorship like the Mexico one and Telcel and the NEC, I believe he bought as well. So, and definitely Telmex, he bought all those. So there's a lot of sponsorship that was brought by Sergio Perez, and he was a very good driver for them. In the first year though, he only scored 14 points and finished 16th in the championship, whereas Kobayashi scored 30 points and finished 12th in the championship. So in the constructors they were 7th overall with 34 points as well. So that's not too bad. I think they were beaten by Force India that year as well. So they were very close with Force India, they're having a good rivalry there as well. So Force India and Sauber are, one of those teams that a midfield battle that's quite interesting to watch. So Sauber was powered by Ferrari this year, and they've been powered by Ferrari for quite some time actually. They're still powered by Ferrari even in 2014. So there's been a lot of sort of partnership with Ferrari, and even Force India at one point partnered with Ferrari, so or had Ferrari power. I believe it was 2011. They finished quite high up in the Australian Grand Prix, and it was the first race with the Pirelli tyres, I believe, as well. And they were expecting everyone to stop like 3 or 4 times for these tyres because of the degradation of them, but actually no. Perez finished, I think, stopped once in the whole race to change tyres, just once, and they were very surprised about that. Unfortunately, both cars were disqualified because of the DRS flap, which is located just on the rear of the ring. And it was literally 4 degrees too shallow, I think, or something like that. The way it curved, the degrees of it was not quite right, and they were disqualified for that. Now, they took it very well. Sauber accepted the fact that they designed the car slightly wrong, or something wasn't quite right, and they just, accepted it. And it would have actually scored them quite a few points. I believe they finished 7th and 8th, which at the time was 10 points. So they would have had 54 points at the end of the year. They were very close with Toro Rosso as well. They were quite close behind them at the end of the year, and they were, I believe, only 3 points behind in the end. So Toro Rosso pressured them a little bit towards the end of the season, but Sauber held the position and managed to beat them in the championship. So Kobayashi, he was slightly more experienced than his teammate at the time, but unfortunately, if you don't count the race in the Canadian Grand Prix, where Perez didn't actually take part because he had a nasty accident in Monaco, you'd find out that they actually were quite equal in qualifying. It was 9 versus 9. So it would have, technically speaking, it is 10-9 to Kobayashi due to the fact that Perez didn't actually start the Canadian Grand Prix. But I do believe he also out-qualified De La Rosa in that race as well. So it was pretty close between the teammates in regards to qualifying, but Kobayashi managed to score more points and more regularly, and was able to, give the team a good haul of points. I think this all the models from the Minichamps range are very fantastically detailed. I'll give you a closer look at the steering wheel and driver. As you can see, some excellent detail in there on the helmet as well as the steering wheel. And even all the way down into sort of where his legs are, you've got his belts drawn on as well. So there is some fantastic detail, and don't forget that these cars are 43 times smaller than they should be, and just the detailing and the writing. So any writing on these cars, which in real life would look quite big and would be very noticeable, it's quite hard to read. I mean, that is fantastic. There, I can't read that. You can't really read it in flesh either, and that just shows that it's very, very good detailing, and that's, I assume, they're either the one of the 41 different decals there as well. So there are many decals, and it just shows that they really put a lot of effort into these cars, and they get them out relatively quickly to when they're actually raced as well. So it's quite good, and it's a very good company to sort of, be part of, as in purchasing and, buying their products. So that was the review. Please give it a like, a comment, and a subscribe as well if you liked it. Let me know if there's any particular team you want me to start reviewing, and I'll speak to MC Slots about it. And don't forget to check out his site. I will put a link as soon as it becomes live, as well as don't forget to check out his eBay shop, which is also online, like I said, on eBay, and there's all this stuff in there. So there's plenty of stuff to look at for MC Slots. He does slot cars, he does a few little mini die-cast spins for even railways and stuff like that. So there's a bit of everything for everyone. So thanks for watching. Like I said, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, stay tuned. Thank you very much for watching.